Welcome back to my channel, Southern Wildfin. I haven't had time to do any fishing, so I figured I'd do a review on my little 12-foot John boat that I got right here. So here we go. All right, so first thing, my trailer. It's a Harbor Freight trailer. It's a 4x8. It's not an actual boat trailer, but I figured I'd get this so I could use it as a boat trailer and be able to haul stuff with. I don't back it down in the water or nothing. I got a little dolly that I used that I built out of a stroller and a grill and some aluminum square tubing and stuff, and it works pretty good for what I need it for, so that was a good job. And back here at the other end of it, I got stroller wheels on it, which they roll good through the water, and it's got a weed eater shaft right here for the axle on it. And I built a little platform thing so it can sit on it up there at the top, and it works really good. And I can take them wheels off whenever I need to. After I get done putting it in the water, I just push this little thing up and the wheel will come right off. And then whenever I get ready to use it again, I put it back on, it clicks, and she's ready to go. I just wheel it down in the water, pull my little boat back on it, and put it back on a little Harbor Freight trailer and take it on down the road. Alright, let's start back off in the front. I have a Motor Guide 30-pound thrust trolling motor that I use. It's been a good one. I've had it for, I don't know, a long time. It's got me around pretty good. And I use a Walmart car battery that I got from Walmart. It's not a deep cycle battery or nothing. I'm not sure what it is, honestly. It's a Value Power is what it is. But it's lasted me a while. They've been some good batteries, so I've only bought 2, and I've had this boat for a long time, so it's good battery. And then my fish finder, I got a Lowrance Hook 3. It's a pretty good little fish finder. It ain't got all the bells and whistles on it, but it does the job. And my transducer is right here. I took and built a little thing on a C-clamp to hold the transducer at the bottom so it ain't mounted to the boat. So I can mount it when I want to, so I can take everything off so it ain't on there when I'm storing it. But it just hangs over the side right there at water level. Whenever I'm not using it and I'm moving, I pull it up, tighten it down, and it's not in the water. So if so, it don't hit nothing, no sticks, no logs or anything like that. And when I'm getting ready to move it, take it down the road, pick it up, tighten it back down, don't have to worry about it. And the battery I use for the fish finder, it's a battery that goes inside of a deer feeder. I got that from Walmart too. It was on sale, and that's been a good battery. I've had that thing for a while. I advise anybody that wants one of these, go to Walmart after deer hunting season. And in my area, they had them on sale, so it's a good little battery, especially for a little fish finder. It works good, and it lasts all day too. So, and I put it inside a little box that I got from the dollar store just to keep it dry. And I normally set it underneath the seat. And I got me some fishing pole holders. I made them out of PVC. They up there. They're pretty sturdy. They ain't going nowhere. I've had some pretty big fish hit my pole while they were in there, and it didn't take and pull them off. I got them screwed on with a piece of wood behind it with some screws in it, some wood screws, and it does great. There's my anchor. It's a 10-pound weight. It does pretty good too. Never got it caught on anything. It's been a good one. It holds the boat pretty still, but whenever it's real windy, it'll take and move it a little bit. But other than that, it works. I got me some cleats on here. A buddy of mine, he gave them to me. I got one on this side, and I got one on the other side of the boat over there on the bench of it. And so you keep it held still on the front side and back side, so I ain't sitting there doing this. And I got a swivel seat on the front here. Here's one of my fishing poles right here. I normally take and just stick it underneath here, underneath the seat, where I'm taking it down the road so they don't blow off. Good old Matsu rod right there. Got that from Walmart too. Here's my little live well I made right here. It's out of a little 8-quart cooler. I took and got one of those little baby bubbles just to aerate it. Sorry, I got fish in there. They don't die. And in the inside of it, there's a little aerator stone thing that you put in an aquarium. The one that it came with, it was like one of those little round small ones, and I didn't like it, and they didn't put enough bubbles in there for me, so I went out and bought one of them. Got my little tackle box. I keep tackle box there. A little live well here, and it's got a little area in the center that I can walk from the front seat to the back seat right here. Because you can't walk on the side. If you do, well, this boat will go boop, boop. It'll like move, and no, I don't really like that a whole lot. But I fished on it a lot, but I got used to it. You gotta have some sea legs in this thing. Well, there's my fire extinguisher. I got it on there with a hose clamp so I can get it out easily fast. There's my paddle. This paddle has been used right here. This paddle is old. I think it's one of those feather light paddles. One side of it's broke. And I've used this paddle a whole lot here. This thing has got me many a miles on the water before I even got a trolling motor or a boat motor. There's my other pole holder. There's one there. There's one there. Got a little hair horn. And that's on there with some hose clamps too. Got another bench seat right here that's in the back that I sit on. Don't use this one a whole lot. As you can tell, that one's kind of faded. And in the front, that one's not really faded because I sit here more than anything because I'm in the front of the boat when I'm fishing most of the time. Back here in the back, I got a 7.5 horsepower Ted Williams, and I made a little piece back here for it to sit on because it sat too low in the water. So I built this little thing out of some plywood and a little piece of aluminum, so when I'm putting it up there, it don't mess the wood up. The aluminum kind of helps out a little bit. And I took and built another little bracket type thing from here to the back of the seat, so where I'm using a boat motor, it kind of pushes on it a little bit this way, and that kind of helps to keep from it bending the back of the boat, because this thing is not, it's pretty thin boat, but that thing works out good too. I used to have wheels on the back right here that I took and I attached them to it, and and that's how I used to put the boat down in the water by myself, because it's kind of hard getting this thing in the water by myself. But I don't use that no more. I built that little dolly thing, but I left them up there just in case I needed them. And that's my little 7.5 horsepower Ted Williams. I don't know what year model it is. I just know it's old. If anyone knows what year model it is, tell me, because I would love to know. The only thing that was wrong with it when I got it was the inside of the carburetor. There's like a little duckbill flapper valve type ordeal fuel pump, and that was not in there, and it wouldn't run. And I finally found one. It's for Tecumseh. I found one and runs good. And I put a little fuel filter on it too, because gas tank had a little rust in it, and I ain't want the rust to get down in the carburetor. And then I had to sit there and clean it all back out. Put a little valve on it. Made me a little top, a little breather up here. Pretty cool little breather. That works out great too. But other than that, that's a pretty good little motor. And another thing was the clutch on it. This little piece right here that engages and disengages the clutch. It's got like a little plastic type ordeal piece in it, and it hits up against this other piece, and that was broke out, so I had to re-weld some stuff for it, and it works nice. So it goes in neutral and the propeller don't spin, so I love the little thing. Oh, and the bracket, the little the transom melt bracket, whatever you want to call this thing, it was cracked and it was broke, and it was in 2 pieces, and you couldn't mount it, so I made another little thing right here to put it together, and so far that thing's held up pretty good. The boy that had it before me said he hit a log with it and it broke it off, so I just had to fix that. And there's my little light right there for nighttime fishing. Don't really fish a whole lot at nighttime, but I still got it. But there's my little John boat. It's a little 12 foot. I think the bottom of it's like a 23 28, 26. I ain't sure how wide it is. It's not wide at all. About 12 foot deep right here, so it's not really all that deep. It's a good little boat, and I don't have the money to get no big boat, but I've had this boat for a long time and caught millions and millions and millions of fish out of it and took it everywhere. So anybody wants a John boat, I mean, you ain't got the money like I don't. So it's a good investment there. That worked pretty good. So, and I didn't have the money to get no actual boat trailer with, and I seen one at Harbor Freight, and it was that one right there. So I bought that thing so I can use it for a boat trailer and to pull stuff with, like my four-wheel and stuff like that. So it works pretty good. But there it is, and that's what I normally fish off of right here, is this little boat. I've been fishing on it for many years, and it's still holding up. I don't know what kind of boat it is and don't know how old it is, but I can tell you that it's old. And that's pretty much it right here. That's my little setup that I got, and it's been working for me great for a long time. And thanks for watching. But if anybody knows what kind of, how old that boat motor is right there, I greatly appreciate how old it is and what year model it is, because I do not know. But thanks for watching, and yep, I'll be doing some fishing here soon once I can get the time. And hope y'all enjoyed my little 12-foot John boat review, and thanks for watching.